Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you SesameHQ.com, which is the desktop version of Sesame Snap on the iPad. So the first thing you're going to want to do is either sign up or log in. It is free for teachers, which we always love. I am already logged in, and it's going to push me right to the first step, which is creating my first group of students. I have several groups in my third grade math, so I am going to do group 1, third grade math. I'm going to select my color, and then I'm going to select my curriculum as Common Core curriculum. So if I start typing Common Core third grade math, it should populate. And there we go. That's what we're looking for. And I'm going to hit next. And then I'm going to put in my students that have the group. Now, students can be in more than one group. Tessa Smith, Dean Boxey, Lindsay Sipe, and Heather Liu. Now I'm going to hit next. And it's going to give me a little rundown and tutorial of all the cool things that Sesame HQ can do for you. I'm going to hit start now. I'm going to show you some of the really cool things that the desktop version can do, and then we'll skip over to the iPad. So the first thing I'm going to look at is lesson plans. So I can create a lesson plan that is shared with my parents or administrators, and it is going to be just for today, and it is on place value. And I'm going to put in my lesson plan here, and then I'm going to put in my curriculum according to the Common Core math standards. So number and operations in base 10, and using place value to round to whole numbers nearest to 10 and 100. That is my focus. If I have worksheets or any other things that my students are doing, I can attach a file, and then I can make this visible to myself by making it private, or to administrators and parents if I would like. So I'm going to hit save here. Now it's going to say, here is your lesson plan. Now, what about your assessment, and where are your snaps? So I'm going to click on assessments next, and I'm going to create an assessment. We have a rubric, so I'll let you take a peek at what that looks like. You are going to enter your own criteria, so that's awesome. I am going to do a rating scale here. So it's a sliding scale, and I'm going to do place value. Pull in my curriculum first here. Okay, so my criteria is can round to the nearest 10th, and then I'm going to add another, can round to nearest 100th. Total points 10, 10. Okay, and then I can make this private, or I can make it public. So I'm going to hit save, and now I have my assessment here, and if I wanted to add another, I could also do that. And I'm also going to add snapshots, but I'm going to do that with my iPad. So let's hop over to the iPad and check that out. Okay, so let's quickly check out the Sesame HQ app, which is called Snap. So I'm going to launch it. The first thing that you're going to see is the teacher's name, timeline, assessments, enrollment. Also have my assessment that I have created. And then I also have my timeline, which will show my snaps. So let's play around with this a minute. So I'm going to look at my assessment. And as I walk around this room and have my kiddos working on rounding to the nearest tens and 100s, I can say, okay, I see that Dean almost has the concept. He's very, very close, and he's really working hard on 100s, but he's not quite there. And then I can enter a comment, okay? And then I could add an attachment. So I could take a photo of Dean working and not quite understanding. So let me go in my photo roll here, and there's a picture of Dean not quite understanding how to get that place value. Heather seems like she is right on the ball with 10s. She needs a little work with 100s, but she's doing pretty well. So she just needs a little more practice. So I have my assessments finished for my students, all of them, so I can scroll through and look at my artifacts for my students and the work that they have done, which is pretty neat. On my timeline, as my students are working, I can say, okay, Heather, this is her assessment, and I'm going to also go into my photo library, look at my photos that I have done, and upload a picture of her working. So this is group 1, and then this is Heather working on 10s. Lindsay only has her assessment, Tessa only has her assessment, and Dean has the picture with the assessment.